Okay. Hello, and welcome to I'm Not Trying to Kill You. We are playing the Court of Swords micro RPG by Adam Coble, and it is our last session because the game only ever goes for 5 sessions in a campaign, and this is our Void session, which is very exciting. I am your GM, Ash. I use she, her pronouns. And with me, I have 4 intrepid adventurers who are attempting to set right their dharma. Let's start with Emily.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm a filmmaker and an artist. I am a little anxious is the wrong word. That's too strong word. Something for this session because I have checked my Dharma and I'm pretty sure I have like 2. So I think I've done something wrong.
Until we get to the epilogue at the end where you reincarnate into something lower than a Tautier, so like a beetle, you're fine. Until that point.
Yeah, you're okay now. It's just when you die. That's... Yeah.
Okay. Well. And I use she, her pronouns.
Ashley.
Yeah. Hi everyone. I'm Ashley. I'm a streamer and some other things sometimes. I'm very sleepy because my dog woke me up at 6 a.m. And yeah, I'm playing Nephthys, the monk who's a snake, and I have a lot of Dharma. I have like 17 Dharma.
Damn.
What?
Dharma out the wazoo. Because she hasn't been spending.
So badly.
She hasn't been spending her eternal reward for temporal gain.
Session.
I don't know that.
It means she's been like obeying her place in the universe.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
I also use she, her pronouns.
Cool. And Todd.
Hi, I'm Todd. I'm a security guard IRL and a mod here, and I sometimes stream my own channel. I play Iago here, and both of us use he, him pronouns.
Nice. And finally, Ghosty Ghost, you're dead.
Hello, I am Ghosty Ghost, you're dead, otherwise known as Luke. I use they, them, or ghost pronouns. By day, I'm a professional GM for children. By night, I am a game designer, and I appear on shows like this one. My character is a ghost.
Yeah. Yep.
That's all you need to know.
They might have self-immolated a little.
Maybe. Look, no one can prove that.
I mean,
no one could prove, other than the people that were there. They like.
Well, no. All of those people know is that Raindrop caught fire. They can't prove that. Like, they have no objective view into the interiority of Raindrop's consciousness. They can't prove it was self-initiated and it wasn't the ghost's fault.
Fair. Well,
or spontaneous bird combustion.
Yeah. So I feel like because we have to do epilogues afterwards, we should get straight into the action.
and draw cards.
Yes. Oh goddamn! I forgot we have to draw cards. Thank you, Todd. Let's do that. Todd, do you want to draw first?
I will. I will draw first for Iago and Nephthys. And the card that binds us in the Void session is the 7 of Pentacles. Or coins, as it is called in this book.
Show your companion patience.
Show your companion patience when you would otherwise not.
Cool.
Which is odd, because I feel like I've been very patient with Iago anyway.
Yeah.
Which means you're going to have to try and find a situation where you wouldn't have been patient.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And do you want to draw one for Sunan?
I will.
Todd?
What's our deal, friend?
The tarot for Iago and Sunandra in the void is the 5 of Cups.
5 of Cups.
Yes.
Oh god.
Isn't this the deception and illusions one?
Oh, that's brutal. Give your companion reason for self-pity.
Oh, wow.
That makes my heart sore.
Yeah, and while it's not explicitly useful for determining what our bond is, it was reversed.
Right. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Interesting.
Emily, do you want to draw our card?
Sure, yeah, I'm happy to. Our card is the 2 of Cups.
That's much better. That's much nicer.
Yeah, it's much nicer.
Yeah. Illustrate to your companion a way in which you complement each other. That is nice.
Oh, nice. A way in which we complement each other. All right. Cool.
So you just need to say nice things about one another all episode.
Or
That was a pun. That was a pun. Do you see?
Oh my god. I took way too long to clue onto that. Wow.
Yep.
Golly.
You're all welcome.
All right. So we know our goals. So let's see where you are. So, around you there is a howling, strange wind that sounds less like air through hallways and more like the singing of bottles come alive. And these twisted tunnels, these hallways of stone that go in every direction, have left you lost and confused. The walls are dark and stony, and and wet to the touch, as if and looking through the halls is almost looking through these tunnels is almost like the stone is almost reflective, like flint or something similar. The place is lit to a certain degree by small bioluminescent creatures that like scurry among the cracks of the rock. As they move, you see the algae that is near them, grow and expand in their light, which then they eat it. So, not a good move on the algae's front, but it's the circle of life. The Nephthys, the ground here is like the stone is sharp on underfoot. Without shoes, you find yourself often getting cut and things like that because it's so uneven and things like that. And Raindrop, or what was once Raindrop,
the artist formerly known as Raindrop.
the artist formerly known as Raindrop.
I was literally about to make that joke.
Raindrop can see that the party are currently standing on what is technically the ceiling of this tunnel, because you're the only one that is free of reference from gravity, but rather have a global presence.
Yeah, but Raindrop probably knew a spell for standing on the ceiling. This isn't that weird.
Yep.
This is fine.
Yep.
It's not worth mentioning, it's unremarkable.
Yep. Somewhere in these tunnels is rumored to be a way into heaven, and honestly, it's the easiest way you've ever found in. Especially once you had that map in your hands, it was simple enough. But now that you're here, which way is which way is up? Which way did you come from? Which way towards heaven? Who knows? The most disconcerting thing, though, is that you're pretty sure you keep hearing like snickering, but you're not sure which direction it's coming from.
This is literally the bit at the end of Labyrinth, and like the goblins are all around laughing at you. And then David Bowie's gonna show up. It's good.
I hope so. That would be great.
I mean, isn't that heaven?
Raindrop will be playing David Bowie in this metaphor.
Just David Bowie with two
Inexplicable and magic. Yeah. Speaking of Ash, just to very briefly check in with you.
Yes.
To do like miscellaneous minor spooky ghost shit.
Yep.
Do I need to spend anything, or can I just be like, you hear a spooky echo?
You hear a spooky echo is one of your abilities.
Isn't that one a visual? Like, I suppose what I'm getting at here is that I would draw a distinction between like prestidigitation and like a deceptive vision, or like a full-blown illusion.
I would not.
Yep, no, that's legit. I just wanted to check because.
Yep. Yeah. If you like, prestidigitation, I think like as a ghost, any interaction with the real world, with the physical world requires you to
is hard
as fuck.
By the way,
grumpy ghost.
Sessions we heal, right?
Pardon?
Between sessions we heal.
Yes, I would make that assumption.
Except you, Todd. No.
Except Mogwai.
Mogwai never heal.
Yeah, I think with your sensitive Mogwai nose, you can probably, and if Nephthys is like licking the air, you can taste tin on the air. Probably ozone also.
Sinan, could we perhaps, or could you summon a spirit to guide us through these caves?
I can certainly try that. Yeah, okay, so I think I will kind of like move like back a little way down sort of whichever direction we came from, so that I'm kind of like a little bit apart from the group, and start drawing a bit of a circle on the roof, I guess, in some chalk. And I draw some kind of like flourishes in it and some little kind of glyph details and things. I like get out the incense to burn it, and then realize we're like in a confined space, and like that could be a bad idea. So instead I take out some of the like.
Right? We can
That's true.
hear and feel that.
There are very strange drafts here. Often you feel like the like wind against your like face is different to the wind against your feet.
That's weird. Well, yeah, I think I won't try something that has smoke right now. So instead, I take out a little like kind of wrapped packet that's like in maybe like banana leaves or something, that has these little like dried cakes, dried rice cakes in there, and I put some of those down in the circle. They're like a specific offering, and yeah, see if there are any ghosts around that I might bargain with.
As you're like doing this ritual, that you definitely hear the sniggering, and then it turns into like outright laughter, and then like a cackle cut short, and then a head appears, just emerges from the wall and like looks at you, a gaunt male-looking face with high eyebrows and elaborate eye makeup, and like a big bouffant that is like immaculately combed backwards, almost as if it were one item rather than hair contained into place. And it like peers through, and like and then you see like a gnarly ivory hand like grab a hold of emerge and grab a hold of the wall and pulls itself through with a shoulder. And like all the while maintaining eye contact with you as it does this awkward thing of pulling itself out of the wall. his doublet has large silver arm pauldrons. It's exquisitely made out of silks and pearl, and like the buttons are pearls, and in my head it's like double-breasted with it's a old British rifle uniform is the reference I have in my head, but
so very foreign,
very confusing looking to you.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't fit in place, and yeah, he comes out. He's wearing like tights and high boots. I think with like heels. And yeah, and like it's clear that all like most of it is silk. And yeah, like once he's standing there, he like pulls himself up to like a full 7 feet tall, and like and is like, this is not the place. And like he looks at you like, and like hasn't broken eye contact yet and hasn't blinked, and yeah, it's like, this isn't the place to be doing summoning rituals, shaman. You don't know what you'll get down here. Unfortunately for you, you've got me.
Yeah. So I just sort of like look at him a little bit, like I try not to look disappointed. And I say, we're looking for someone to guide us through these tunnels. Is there something you want that you would accept in exchange for the service?
Yeah, and like a grin spreads across his face. And like it starts in the middle and then becomes like this wide Cheshire grin, like you can see his molars, and yeah, he's like, well, I would happily perform that service in exchange for something. He's like, let's play the bargaining game. What do you offer?
And I think I like address him with like a kind of an honorific, like every time that I speak to him, you know, like honored ancestor kind of thing.
No, so he doesn't accept honored ancestor. He's like, no. You may call me friend.
This motherfucker ain't got no honor.
I can call him friend.
Yes, that's what he's asked you to call him. He says, I'm ancestor to no one. Children are such wicked things.
So I think I like I think I like sort of I think I nod and I say certainly. Friend of mortals, then, and like specifically don't. Like I'm specifically not saying my friend.
Yeah, and he says yes, definitely, all mortals. I care for them deeply. He says, except for children, though, wicked things.
And yeah, I say as far as making a deal. I believe everyone has something that they want. I wouldn't presume to tell you what you want, but I can enact things in the world that you are no longer situated to do.
He's like, yeah, and he like looks at you very like cocks an eyebrows like, there is very little I am not situated to do. He says, there are some things on which I cannot lay my hands, though.
Such as?
Wicked things.
I just blink and wait.
He's like, I don't see in the future of this person so wrapped up in death a future that creates new life. But that is what I need. You will bring this to me. Of man and myrrh.
Hey, Ash, I have a question.
Yeah.
I've put it in the Roll20 chat.
I will look.
Because I feel like that makes sense.
He's not a ghost.
What? He's a spirit?
He's a spirit.
God.
I mean, still, that means he exists on the
something.
same
An
Yeah.
ethereal something.
And he's
like a
currently,
layer of reality as I do.
yeah, he's currently mostly physical, but
Yeah, but like when he goes back to being a ghost, can I punch him?
yeah. Let me look at.
Like I'm
let me
just,
look at
my
the
question is more just like can we add to the ghost move something about like interacting with other ghosts, because that feels like a thing that makes sense.
Let me look.
Like right now it's all about ways that you can interact with like either the physical world directly or beings in general. There's nothing about interacting with the spiritual landscape, and I feel like that would make like there should be a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, there should be.
But it would have different consequences for failure.
Failure. Yep.
So we would have to negotiate that World of Dungeons style.
Yep, I'm down.
So that's fine. Yep.
Yep, cool. Now that I know mechanically how that works, cool. I'm just gonna remember that.
So yeah, when you want to do that, just say
'Cause I
would like to do this, and then ask me like what will
Yeah.
be the consequences if I fail.
Yeah, because I don't like this boy. He's bad.
So just to clarify, he's saying he'll be a guide in exchange for a baby that is half human and half merfolk.
No, sorry. Yeah, that's me being a little Elder Scrollsy. Half baby, half
Yeah.
dwarf.
Is elf.
Yeah,
Half elf. Okay, right.
or half dwarf,
Oh, dwarf.
Okay.
because dwarves are Dunmer, Dwemer.
That's a bad deal. I know a bad deal when I see one. That's a bad deal.
Proud of you.
So yeah, I sort of I like listen, and then I just like shake my head and I say, no, this isn't a deal that I want to take. Is there anything else you want?
Yeah, and I think he's like, his face like drops and becomes sour, and is like, fine, I will lead you for free. This is I'm interested in the idea of I'm interested to see what happens to you when you find your destination.
Yeah, hey, I'd like to do a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make a ghostly effect, because I'm not about this. Also, Emily, I'd just like to say, I feel very vindicated. I was right. He is a child gobbler, and he's bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yep.
I'm going to roll plus yang. And I currently have... Actually, give me a moment. Where is my copy of the... Todd, can you send me the link to the thing? I've lost it.
The thing.
The rules of the game that we're playing. The bits of the rules...
There's a handout for Ghost.
The bits of the rules that are on my Ghost. What? Because what that handout doesn't have in it is the rules about gaining...
I've got it in
gaining
front of
stuff?
me.
Because I feel like Sunan may have just hit one of the yang triggers.
Yeah.
I just can't think specifically which one, because I don't know them all
they
by heart
definitely
yet.
did. Yeah. Yang, when you grant Yang essence when the living characters act with dispassion, seek logic, or ignore the immediate and pursue necessity.
Yeah, that sounded like seeking logic to me.
Yep. I'll check the inner handout for you.
Yep, cool. I know. Yeah, if you could just give me added access so I can like keep track of my pools and stuff in that, it'd be good. So that takes me up to 3 yang, because I'm rolling a +3 to do a ghost thing.
Yeah.
I got a 10.
Nice.
So what we, the camera, sees, and I don't think any of the characters see this, is just like this gentle, like as though carried on a gentle breeze, but of course like there is no, like nothing else moves, just this flurry of like ash black charcoal colored feathers just like waft down and sink into the back of this ghost, and like black veins like spread out through his back, and I am going to make someone blurt out a truth.
Yes.
That sounded like some grade A horse
Sounds
shit. To me.
great.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and so like this black veining like spreads out through his like flesh. And like again, like I don't think it's visible to characters, like we just see it as an audience.
Yeah.
And like he's like compelled to utter truth by the essence of a small cute bird.
So he's like, I'll happily lead you for free. I'm interested to see what happens when you get to your destination. And then this happens, and he's like, and also you'll never find your way out, and I'm going, and your bodies will be mine. I'm sorry, but that was, well, not that I hope that happens.
Take that, fucko.
Yeah. He wants you to, like, he's happy to take you to wherever you're trying to go because he thinks that he'll get to, like, eat whatever's left. Luke, I'm giving you a grasping spirit token to track your points on.
Oh yeah, cool. Is that it? Am I the spooky thing underneath the weird polar bear thing? Cool.
You should have access to edit it now.
Yes, cool. And then what do you reckon? Put it in the bars?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yep. And okay, so I've got 3 and 2. No, I'm gonna not the green one. The green one can be 0. So the blue is yin and the red is yang, because that conceptually that makes sense to me.
Yep. Sounds great.
Also, just for chat, that is not remote. Like Raindrop doesn't look anything like that as a ghost.
No, I just liked that ghost. It was fun to me.
That is a gross slander. I would just like to make that very clear.
I mean, there's also one that is like a doll surrounded by weird stuff, or a cat.
But I don't feel like any of these are going to be accurate. So
Fire Skull.
I just want
Fire Skull's kind of
actually Fire Skull's not bad. Fire Skull's kind of act.
Do you want Fire Skull instead?
I want Fire Skull. Fire Skull's a
Skull. Fire Skull.
Yes. That's it. Raindrop changed species when they died. Now they're a Tautier. That's why they've got those big tusks.
There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Fire Skull. All right.
Okay. So that's very funny. Do I take that risk and just assume that we're smarter than that and we can keep track of where we go? Are we currently lost, or do we know where we are?
You have no idea where you are.
No.
We're already lost.
Yeah. Though no one's rolled yet to try and like navigate yourselves.
Okay. You know what? Yeah. So I'm gonna treat this as, I'm gonna do this sort of like assume that ghosts are a bit like fairies. So I say
I mean, he's a lot like fairies.
Yeah. So I say okay. So you will guide us to where we want to go, and in exchange, I will give you nothing. This is a deal?
And I think he said, he looks at you, and he says, I will demand no earthly possessions nor actions from you.
And you will take us where we want to go.
And I will take you where you want to go.
Deal then. And I think, I like do a little ritual, like I think it's like I cut a piece of hair or something, and like, you know, put a sigil on the inside the circle, and like kind of close it up, I guess, and then I go to the others and I say, I have found us a guide. It will take us where we need to go, or take us where we want to go.
Yeah, and this strange gaunt man with piercing cheekbones and big wide eyes, like walks up behind you. He has blue eyes, which I think is like
Yeah.
very unusual.
Weird.
Really unusual, yeah.
They're like they're icy blue, and his hair is pretty much white. Yeah, and he's just like finishing like it's obvious that he was eating something, and he's just like finishing putting it into his mouth and like chewing and swallowing.
Probably children bits.
He's got a piece of hair on his chin.
So
He's like, yeah, I think he says, "Good morrow, travelers. I'm here to help." And he's like, "Now, if you'd and he says, "And now, I understand that your destination is in relation to your friend in the backpack. Am I?"
our destination is outside, but we need to go via heaven.
His eyes narrow. And he says, he's like, "I see. Well, I can take you to your destination."
I just like wait again.
He's like, "This way is the quickest way outside as the crow flies."
Where is he pointing?
Like down one of the tunnels. It has like a stalactite just like coming straight out of what you think is the floor. And I think there's like I think there's some like bit of debris hanging off of it.
Yeah, and I say, well, that's very nice, but that's not where we want to go.
I can take you to your destination. That is
That's not what we
agreed
agreed.
to.
No, we agreed that you would guide us to where we want to go. We want to go via heaven.
Yeah.
By via heaven, we don't mean you kill us and then we go to heaven.
It sounds like there's maybe
like a
all
map?
happening here.
Yeah. Do we have what things do we have as far as like
What's on your inventory? Yeah.
well no, you said something at the start about how did we get here? How did we know this was a potential path to heaven?
Doesn't
The little book.
Neftis have an atlas?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So that just includes like the location of this
It
thing,
includes
but
the
it doesn't
location
have
of
any
the
more
entrance
details.
that you got in through.
Yeah. Okay. All right. A roll. Okay. Let's
Sounds
see.
like you're rolling hard to me.
Yeah. I chose bad stats.
Yeah, you did.
In my defense, I didn't fully understand how it worked.
I know.
I thought I was going to have to roll ghost stuff for ghost stuff. Okay. Well, I'll have a go. Oh, actually, no, that's right. My heart is not terrible. It's my mind that isn't very good. My heart is 1. Alright.
Don't be so down on yourself.
8.
8.
Solid.
I would like to do a ghost thing.
Yeah, you would.
Alright, cool. So I'm
Alright,
gonna
so
drop
just
my
do
yang. I'm gonna drop my yang by 1.
Yep, but you boosted up.
Yeah, so there's another flurry of feathers. Only these ones are like white, and like Raindrop's feathers were white, but like the white of like a creature that is a real creature and gets dirt on itself sometimes.
Yeah.
These are like the stark, crisp white of linen. They like shine slightly,
Yeah.
and they like settle on and again like this invisible flurry of wind, and they like settle down around Sunan, and then catch on fire, so that for a moment Sunan is like haloed by white fire that I think the spirit can see, and I'm gonna nudge that up to a 10+.
Yeah, and I think he sneers and he's like, "Fine, bring your stupid lizard and your rat," and like, and like starts off in completely the opposite direction.
Why'd you say the same thing twice?
Oh, 'cause- yeah. So yeah, he starts like wandering down a passageway, and is like, come on, there's not, don't dally around.
I start walking up to him.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so he brings you along, and eventually you head through these chambers and things, and eventually like one of the chambers opens up in a really in a really long sideways and tall direction, and coming out from like one of the angles is this huge it's like a tall keep, and it's for you it's coming out of a wall and is a good 40 feet off the ground at any point. And he just strides up to one of the windows and like pops inside and like looks out and is like, come on, and then just puts his head back inside and he's like, watch out, there are traps. Well, things like traps, they're not intentional, it's an accident. And yeah, I think you can see that there's like all around this room there are pieces of paper lying on the ground. Lying on the ground and walls and things, pierced onto little like sharp bits of rock, and yeah, with bits of writing on them. One falls out of the building, and like nestles on the ground.
So it's a large room. It's a large cave room.
It's a massive cavern.
And the keep is up high, like we can't.
Yeah, it's almost like you're on the wall of the cavern, right? Like, if it's the right way up.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. And then, but we could reach some of these bits of paper.
Yes. Yeah, they're on all the walls, the ceiling. They're like the one that falls out, like flutters out and just seems to drift on the wind, not really going down in any direction, but just drifting until it hits a wall.
What does it say on it?
You would have to go up to one of the pieces of paper and read the incredibly small, like it's very fine writing. Whoever wrote this is both a calligrapher, but also like probably suffers from incredible anxiety, right? Like they'd write very small.
But like I am a ghost. Like, is there anything difficult about like floating over to a thing?
Oh yeah, you can go up through and like have a look.
Yeah. What's the haps?
You would definitely recognize this. Yeah, they're magical incantations, and they are.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. This one is something to do with. This one is. You recognize like an incantation that is to do with transformation of like physical flesh. You recognize the word for shark. You recognize the word for like loud sounds.
This is bad. This is a bad spell. I know that spell. That's a bad spell. We don't like that spell.
I think you also you recognize that these are written in a volatile way. They are written so that the magic will
like they're unstable. Okay, I'm gonna try and do a ghost thing. You see what happens.
Yep, you attempt to meddle in the affairs of mortals.
That's right. I'm gonna try and be a good raindrop.
So far, you are a very good raindrop.
Okay, so the piece of paper floats over towards Sunan.
I reach out. To grab it.
And as it while it is still at a visibility range but not touching range. Okay. I'm gonna do another thing. We'll see how this goes. And then we see like one of these like a single one of these like blinding like white feathers like flutters down and like sinks into the side of your head and imparts a word to you in relation to this piece of paper. And the word is, well, no, it's a concept, it's not a word. And the concept is, don't touch, it's that thing that parents teach their children about, like, don't touch the stove.
Yeah.
It's that concept in relation to the piece of paper.
Right, okay. Okay, so I think I turn back to the other two and I say, I think these things are dangerous. These might be the traps that our friend, that our guide is referring to. I don't think we should look at them or touch them.
I mean, Iago, you can see that it's probably written by a Mogwai.
I just learned how to read, so I'm like trying to like squint at the small writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like sort of put like a hand kind of between you and the paper, being like, this isn't the time to practice.
I think you can hear from inside the tower like furious scribbling.
Mogwai writing it. That's not common.
Just the scratch, and like maybe
No, it's not. It's not written in common.
No.
D&D puns.
I kind of like look up to the tower and like listen to the sound for a minute, and I say, and I think whoever is making these traps is maybe still in there. Like looking at the cavern, is it a situation where like would it be quite difficult to avoid interacting with them, like touching them or looking at them? Like would it be difficult to move through without doing that?
The closer the ground / walls are to the tower, the more paper there is. You'd have to you'd have to be pretty careful to not like. Nephthys is large enough that she would have a hard time not touching any.
But I have supernatural monk.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Iago would have a pretty easy time of it. You're in the middle. It's size based, so.
If Nephthys were any other Naga,
if
she would have incredible difficulty.
If Nephthys were just a Naga, she'd have a hard time. But she is not.
Not just a Naga. So I think I sort of take a step forward and I say, I think we'll have to step very carefully. Please, everyone, try not to read anything or touch anything.
Okay.
And then I guess I'm gonna lead the way and try to move through doing that.
I think it's time for a break.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back in a minute. We'll see if anyone has weird spell effects happen to them. I make that.